I'm Paula Cowan, and my art practice is pretty varied. I wouldn't say that I get bored just doing one thing, but I become very interested about things, and then I have to learn everything I can about them. So kind of like a magpie. I started off doing a lot of printmaking, but I also do watercolor and painting, acrylic, and I like a lot of textiles. So I do like knitting and crocheting, and I make creatures and needle felt and punch needle and embroidery and I don't know, rug cooking. Just like everything I can get my hands on that I can learn. I just love doing it. When I was a little kid, my grandmother, Eliza, and her sister, Evelyn, they were like crafters. You know how people would make like a trousseau and they'd like embroider all their handkerchiefs and give them as gifts and things like that. But I inherited all these things. And I still use a lot of the handkerchiefs, but they were so magical to me when I was a kid, and I could have this little thing in my hand that someone I knew and like loved had made it, and they were so small and beautiful and precious and like these little beautiful pops of color, and they just made something that was like ordinary, like something that you wipe boogers with, right? Like into this beautiful thing that you would want to have, and it felt special having it in your pocket or your purse. And I mean, that's like a pretty big reason to want to do embroidery and needlework. And then I had kids, and I found that like having something small that I could work on in incrementally, that I could set aside easily without losing sort of the plot, became like really, really important. A lot of the time I think of them as really close to play. I think probably a lot of artists feel this way. You have like this need to make something, right? You have like this it's not just a desire, it's a need to make stuff. And so I looked at my kids and what they did when they were making things, and they play, they see what happens when you take these different colors and you put them together. And so that's one of the most valuable things that my kids taught me, was the value of play. And, since that point, most of my artwork starts off with me getting a mass of materials together and just seeing what they are and seeing what they want to be. And then most of the time that helps me sort of figure out things in my life. And then it becomes apparent, what it needs to be about. And then sometimes it's just like this kind of little shape that I cut out and play with relationships between color. But a lot of the time it's like more of a conversation between me and the materials, like a play, a call and response. Yeah.